Now, I hope all of you have your notebook and pen ready. Okay. So, I hope you can see all these three questions and you have to write the answer quickly. First answer which comes to your mind. You may be just passing out from your engineering college. You may be working for last 4 5 years on a site, or you are already a concrete expert, or you are already a big manager or vice president in some company, right? These three questions are for all of you. Why? Because as I said in the beginning, your knowledge has to be connected with your career hack, your career growth. Okay. So, what is your strategy for growth in your career? First, to answer, what strategy you are going to use? Because you want to jump in your career quickly. What strategy are you going to use? Okay, all the flash questions you type it, I will take it at the end. Now it's about your career. Maybe you are in business, maybe you are your own batching plant, maybe you are working as a consultant. All these three questions are for you all. So like they are for you all, they are also applicable to me, right? So as an example, I will answer the questions for myself, personal things, okay? But let me answer, and then you will get an idea how you'll answer. So you have to write down, not in the comments here, not in the comments, in your notebook, because this could be your personal answers. Maybe you don't want to share, but you are going to email them to me, right? So write the answers now in your notebook and later on you email. That is your homework. What is my strategy for growth in career? So now I am here, uh, at my age of 53. What is strategy for me for growth? So strategy for me is, okay, I already have a very big business which I established. The turnover of the company is more than 75 crores, but teaching is my passion. So my strategy for the growth is, now whatever time I have available, I would love to spend with concrete engineers. So the strategy is, I hold my weekly. So first point A is, I do my weekly Wednesday YouTube live. The second strategy I have is, I write books on concrete, on AC blocks. So I will keep on writing. So please write your two strategies which you are going to use. So strategy is not quick result, it is long term which you are going to use for growth in career. Okay. So you want to jump up in your career. What are the true strategies? Have you written? Okay, please write. Then the next two question. What are my two strengths? Two strengths. All of us, we are not aware about our strength, right? And we keep on doing a job. We keep on doing a job where my strength is not utilized. Maybe my strength, if I switch, I will be able to use it 1000 times better. So, what are your two strengths? Again, I said my strength is speaking on concrete, my strength is consulting the projects on concrete, and my strength is writing also. So these are my two strengths. So write your two strengths. Somebody will say his strength is managing people. Okay. Somebody will say his strength is understanding concrete. Okay. Somebody will say his strength is going out, meeting people, convincing them. Okay. Please identify your two strengths. Somebody will say my strength is drawing beautiful pictures. Okay. Singing, your two strengths, but try to keep them connected to the profession which you'll be able to use it as a civil engineer. Okay, written your two strengths. Okay, now your two areas of weakness. So what are your two areas of weakness? So my area of weakness, if I'm doing a negotiation, I'm not a great person, so can I be a good salesman? Maybe not, because during the sales you have to go to the customer and sit and negotiate heavily. Okay, so that's my problem. My second area of weakness, okay, already my age is so much, so I can't start something completely new even if I want to. So this is an important thing for you all. Take the decision at the right time of your career. You have to judge how much time is still left when you can do new things. So please write down two areas of weakness, and if you have written them, I'll take you forward. So here is the formula which I promised, which I will share with you. So y is equal to function of DCT. Okay, so please write it down in your notebook. If you don't have a notebook, you can just type it in your mobile, and message it to yourself, or keep it, preserve this formula. You can also take a screenshot if you are watching it on your mobile. This formula for success, it has got nothing to do with concrete, but anyone probably in engineering field can use this formula for success. So y is for you, your success is equal to function of DCT. So if I had to give you answer quickly, DCT is demonstrate consistently talent. So DCT, very simple now. But you see the font size of D, the font size of C, and the font size of T is very small, because in my opinion, talent, the role of talent is not so much. We all have passed out from various colleges. In our first job, maybe somebody will ask you your marks and from which college you are. Afterwards, it is not so much, nobody is going to ask you your marks. They are going to check how you can consistently demonstrate C and T. So talent is important, so it is there in the formula. I'm not saying talent is not important, but it has a small role in your life. Whatever talent the God has given you is sufficient. Whatever is your level of understanding is sufficient. What is more important than your talent is consistency. So somebody is working on a site, and how consistently is he able to go deep in the subject which he has got, right? So try to be consistent in your learning. Today so many webinars will happen on so many subjects. If you are focused on project management, no need to study concrete. Okay, try to go deep consistently with that subject. If you have selected concrete, try to find the exact specialty you would like to attend in that concrete. Because as I said, there are so many fields. There is admixture, there is aerated concrete on one side, there is ready mix on other side, there is precast industry coming up. So you can try to focus on a particular topic, but be consistent in your passion, be consistent in your learning. Because what happens, today we find this is great, so we run after that. Tomorrow we find this is a new topic which is great. I am telling you, consistency with one field will give you a lot of results. But the third most biggest letter here is what? Is demonstrate. 25 years ago, the concrete was different and the world was different. In that concrete 25 years ago, the ingredients were, there was no fly ash, no microsilica, no GGBFS. Plasticizer was just for namesake, and cement was only one grade, OPC 53. Before that it was 43. OPC 53 had just come. So the concrete was very limited, and also the world for growth, the possibilities for growth were limited. Today you have immense possibilities for growth. Like we are living in the world of internet, and as you have seen, the Facebook has changed their name, and they have changed the name to Meta. So they are talking about a three-dimensional world, a three-dimensional internet, and we are here only in two-dimensional, but we have not mastered it. We are not using it for our career growth. So use this internet. Don't use Facebook only for posting your birthday photos. How to do all that, we will discuss it more slightly tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And use these career hacks. Use your LinkedIn profile. I will teach you how to build your LinkedIn profile, so that the HR people from different companies will start noticing you. Today nobody is going to just look at your biodata when you go for interview in the next job. In that biodata, if you are given a link for your LinkedIn profile, my God, they will go to your profile first before taking your interview. Do you have a great LinkedIn profile? If not, we will teach you all that, right? So along with our concrete expertise, use this formula. Success is a function of DCT. Demonstrate consistently talent. If you do it consistently, then probably you will be able to hack your career and go at a higher level. Even just a webinar like this, a free webinar, you see the amount of emails which my course director Anup has to send. Then out of 1000 registrations, you get 100 people on the webinar. So you need to do something consistently if you want to achieve success. Let's go ahead. Now before we go to question answer, what is coming up tomorrow? What is coming up tomorrow? So tomorrow we will see what is the Bible of our concrete saying. What is Bible of our concrete in India? Which IS code? Chalo, tell me in comments quickly. Those who are sleeping, I have to wake them up, right? So there are, I need at least 50 comments if there are people, okay? So please tell me the answer. What is the Bible for concrete in India? Which is the IS code? Which is that IS code? And based on that IS code, we will discuss properties of concrete. So thank you, Jerry. IS456, lovely answer. Ravi, yes, great. IS456. So what is our IS456 saying about the properties of concrete after compressive strength? So we all talk about compressive strength or maximum durability. I'm not going to talk about compressive strength tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about durability of concrete. So it is going to be a challenge for you also to listen to me. New subject, right? Fly ash to chalo we discussed. You must have heard about it already, about CSH gel. 10262. 10262 is a very deep subject, Dheeraj. Thanks for raising it up. Tomorrow we will discuss about IS456. Okay, and what are the other important properties? If you want to become an concrete expert, you will not be able to call yourself concrete expert without tomorrow's lecture. And when you will see the lecture tomorrow, go on internet and try to search anywhere else any other webinar who will speak about these properties. You will not find that knowledge anywhere. Maybe in Properties of Concrete by Dr. Neville, in that book you will find them, or Professor Shetty you will find them. But our IS code is speaking about them, and we will speak about these properties tomorrow. Yes, Patil sir, yes, right. So we will speak about that tomorrow. And now, last 15 minutes left. Exactly, we wanted to finish at 7:30. So any questions that you have, uh, please ask them. So we will wait for around 5 minutes for any questions. And if there are no questions, then we will stop here. Okay, so let's wait for 5 minutes for your questions. And please, if you have any questions, please ask them. Okay, so there were questions asked earlier, and let me see. Questions asked earlier. Let me go through the comments. So what is PC? PC is polycarboxylate based plasticizer. So friends, in the before PC era, let's say this was 1 grain of cement. Okay, so this is 1 grain of cement, and you add plasticizer. So when you are adding plasticizer, it is not creating some water in your concrete. No, 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 no. It is just giving this cement grain a negative charge. It is just giving this cement grain a negative charge. So when another cement particle comes, so I have two cement particles in your concrete, you have added your admixture. When they come close to each other, they are repelled. Why? Because both of them have negative charge. So our plasticizer, all it does is just give a negative charge, and you get immediately the workability. You feel as if somebody has added more water. But the new generation polycarboxylate, what it did was it gave negative charge, but the old plasticizer before PC, naphtha or lignosulfate base, they used to cover the cement particle like my hand. So the plasticizer used to cover the cement particle, giving it negative charge, and the particles used to repel from each other. But the new plasticizer polycarboxylate, what it did was it gave the negative charge like a rope, like a hanging rope. So it is not covering the whole grain, it is just giving a rope, so that the efficiency is much better. This hanging rope doesn't have to cover the whole cement grain. This is all chemistry, this is also my level of understanding is up to this point only. If you'll ask me how do the molecules behave, I will not be able to tell you. So they give a hanging structure, and in a small dosage you get very powerful workability of concrete. It also stays for a longer time. So you want to pump your concrete after 3 hours, a PC based plasticizer will work better. If you want to bring your water cement ratio down to 0.25, because you want to use 30% fly ash and you want high release strength and you want to have M60 grade of concrete, so in all these cases, complicated cases, PC based plasticizer works best. So PC is polycarboxylate based plasticizer. So ultrafine fly ash, Sunitji, very, very important question, ultrafine fly ash. There are two ways. So there are some companies which, this is a vessel, you are adding fly ash in it. It is rotated with centrifugal force, the slide which I showed you, at a great speed. The particles are separated as per their size. And the finest grade that you get, the finest grade is ultrafine fly ash, and you separate it out. So the production is not even 0.1%. Typically, ultrafine fly ash will have 100% particles below 10 micron. But now some companies, what they have done, because the rejection is very heavy in a classification system. So what they do, instead of a classifier, air classifier, they put a grinding mill. So this is a grinding mill. They put the fly ash and they grind it. Actually grind it to a fine powder. But there is a small problem in this, that you lose the shape of the particle. Fly ash, the greatest advantage of fly ash is the particle shape. It is perfectly spherical. So the ball bearing effect. Tomorrow we are going to talk about it. But the moment you grind it, the shape is destroyed. But this is a small problem compared to the overall benefit that you get. And then it will behave like your alcofine. So alcofine is also a ground material. So you are grinding GGBFS to a very fine powder, and it behaves wonderfully. Ultrafine fly ash, alcofine, which is alcofine is ultrafine GGBFS, and there is microsilica. So then these three materials, still microsilica is way better compared to these two, but they try to reach closer to microsilica, and you can use them in your concrete. Increased strength while honeycombing, I will not answer because it's really challenging thing. You have got a honeycomb concrete. Now what can you do? You can do some grouting and try to increase the strength of the concrete. Grouting would be the only way. If you don't want to break it, there is honeycombing. You can do grouting through a professional agency. Mr. Ravi is asking about moisture content, and I remember my days when it was year 1996, and I was working as a plant head, ready mix plant head, and we used to have so much problem. There was just no proper way to predict the moisture in your aggregates, and there is a proper way, but it consumes so much time. 2-3 hours it would take. Every time a new truck comes, you can't spend so much time. And probably we will speak about it in more detail tomorrow when I speak about. But yes, oven is the only way, as you have said. Any other question which I have missed? Utkarji is asking fantastic question. C3S, like CO2 emission. Yes. So whenever we try to accelerate the speed of progress, that is the tragedy of mankind, right? So what is the tragedy? We want to do progress. We want to do progress. The moment you do progress, there is a problem for our mother earth. What can you do today? We still want to produce our concrete, uh, we still want to use cement. When you produce 1 ton of cement, 1 ton of carbon dioxide is emitted. Cement production is one of the most polluting industries of the planet. But can you blame cement companies? No, you and me, we are all to be blamed, because our rosy roti, our livelihood is based on the cement production. And cement companies are trying their best to find a green alternative, but till now not a huge success. So the future is we have to all use recycled materials like fly ash. For aggregates, we quickly need to find out a solution. Till this point of time, so many scientists are working on producing recycled aggregates. Somebody is saying we can do it from slag, somebody is saying from plastic, somebody is saying fusion of fly ash, but there is no satisfactory answer. So that is our problem of the mankind. You want to do progress, but along with the progress, you are also destroying our planet. So we hope that the next generation will not say that what kind of planet they have passed on to us. What can we do? Yes, Mr. Vijay. Now, this is a live presentation, but the recording, in a way, you can access, because this will stay on YouTube, right? So this presentation will stay on YouTube. I'll request my our course director Anup to just put the link for downloading the notes, right? So there would be a link. You click on that link, and you can download the notes for this presentation. And the recording you can access, uh, because this is a YouTube live. The recording will remain on YouTube. You will not be able to download it in that sense, but anytime, you can go on YouTube and see the recording. Dheeraj ji, your question was a mix cohesive, but after casting cubes water comes out. This is observed on PQC pavement. So I did a lot of work on PQC when we did the Satara Kolhapur highway. I was working there as an advisor, and that was the first project of the country where fly ash was allowed in PQC, because it was a NHI project, and NHI didn't allow use of fly ash at that time. But in Maharashtra, the Mumbai Pune Expressway, we had seen the concrete spoiled, because fly ash was not added at that time in the year 1996 when expressway was done. Concrete repair continuously happening. So Maharashtra government took extra efforts to convince NHAI to add fly ash in that concrete, and we did lot of PQC, wonderful PQC. With fly ash, first time in the country, from Satara to Kolhapur. It was year 2000. Yes, it was year 1998 to 2002, in those 4 years. So your question is water is coming out from PQC. I will need two things if you could email. First is the sieve analysis of your sand. I think it is crushed sand, and I think 150 micron passing is 20% or more than that, which is holding the water inside. So we can work on that mix. Let's see what we can do. Okay, friends. So here we are, 7:25, and I am always there on email. You are getting my email, so you can just reply and ask your questions in case I have missed anything here. So let's be here tomorrow sharp 6 p.m. Get the notes through the link which will be posted here in this chat, and see you again tomorrow evening 6 o'clock. Till then, take care. Goodbye. I'm stopping now this broadcast. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow.